I don't know about you, but my neighborhood has had so many for sale signs up lately.
Right.
If you're looking for a new home, though, expect to pay a lot more.
Yeah, and a new report from the National Realtors Association says Greensboro has some of the fastest growing home prices. Where? In the country.
Yeah, when we're saying the, we mean really up there. This report shows prices on average are up 17%. That is the fourth fastest in the U.S. We talked to a Greensboro realtor who was not surprised to see where we landed on the list.
Yeah, we were number 4 on the list. Winston-Salem was number 7 on the list. I believe Fayetteville was number 11. So North Carolina held strong. And, a lot of that you've seen was from people migrating south. And just the overall affordability here. It's still, when you compare it to some of the other places on that list, you see median home prices in some other states, and just super high numbers in the, whether it's in the mid 500s or 800s or so, and we're still around, 276, I believe it was.
Yeah, then we look like a bargain, right? As for the home market overall, it's not as busy as we've seen the past few years, but tried realtors are not slowing down, and they don't expect to anytime soon.
People thought that things were going to dip quite a bit with the hike in interest rates, and you heard a lot of doom and gloom, but has been quite the opposite. With an inventory that has been so abysmally low, prices have not dropped, have not fallen off. They might have tamed just a little bit. They aren't soaring up how they were, but they have continued to stay strong.
Confession time. I have a secret addiction to checking my home's value on Zillow. So I had to know, can you actually trust what you see online? Let's dig into it. Since the housing market started going crazy, so many people, including myself, have been sitting at home looking at Zillow, watching the estimated value of their home go up, up, and up, wondering if they should sell the place. But before you really consider that, we need to know, how accurate is that estimate? Zillow's website says they crunched the numbers to test their Zestimates in 2021. Back then, they estimated the price of 3.6 million homes across North Carolina that were currently off the market but eventually sold. 40% of them sold within 5% of the estimate. So if a home was estimated at $300,000, it sold between $285,000 and $315,000. 64% of these estimates were within 10%. So that $300,000 went from $270,000 to $330,000. And 83% of the time, the estimates were within 20%. So $240,000 to $360,000. Zillow says it uses state-of-the-art statistical and machine learning models that can examine hundreds of data points for each individual home.
It's just a starting point for conversations. It is not something that you should consider your home to be worth by any means.
Realtor Ty Cannon with Berkshire Hathaway says one of the big problems with Zestimates, homeowners can go in and change the data about their house.
You can say, my home really has 5 bedrooms because that bonus room could be a bedroom. So you change that, Zillow information input sheet to 5 bedrooms, and that's going to increase your estimate of your home, when theoretically you would not be able to sell your home for 5 bedrooms because your permit is not for 5-bedroom home.
You might not do that, but your neighbors could. Their higher prices would raise yours estimate too. So if you really want to know what price would hit home with buyers, it's best to talk with a real estate agent.
Well, seeing what your home is worth may be a reason to sell. Another reason could be seeing an ad promising cash for your home. They pop up on those telephone poles, on the television, newspaper. With the housing market still very active, it may seem like it's a great offer, but is it right for you? Realtor Melissa Greer says selling your home for cash means closing a deal quicker, but it can also mean mixing out on some extra money. Oftentimes, those companies offer a lower price, turn around, and then flip your home and then sell it for more money. Now, if approached for a cash offer on your home, Greer says there are some red flags to be looking out for.
And there are companies that really make offers to people directly for homes that are not on the market. And that's really when a consumer needs to be careful. And, a homeowner needs to be careful and make sure they get advice and know what they're getting into.
Best advice, always talk to a real estate agent. They can really help navigate all of your options.
There really is no place like home, even if it costs you a little more.